If you're moving to Arizona, I hope you have a long distance bay, because the dating pool is damn near non-existing for us out here.
This dating in general is just hard in Arizona, period.
But when I say my dating history out here is, it is.
We need to save black men. We need to preserve black love. No, if you want to date for marriage, you need to date for values. You need to be with a man that is a protector and a provider.
Middle school, all I heard was that black women were just ugly. We were booty scratchers.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
Why are women so welcoming of the gay community, but so quick to shame a man as gay when they don't get what they want?
Because that's when men have standards. When men have certain standards, and especially when a woman sees her preference, when the preference doesn't want them, as a defense mechanism, they attack it. That's kind of like, I remember what Kevin Samuels said when they attacked him because they all was thinking he was gay and whatnot. Really was, he was a gentleman with a lot of sense, with a lot of understanding, came from a traditional background, made a lot of mistakes, was accountable for it, and wants to shift the tide from it's okay for men to be men and women need to be women. We come from a society where a lot of former mothers have lost the idea of what a man is. So they had the culture cultivate masculine tendencies, and those masculine tendencies have created for their children to be masculine as well.
It's crazy. He tried to change society, actually, and he tried to change society in a way to where women will be accountable, because he held them accountable. But they didn't realize before that he held men accountable, and it shows. There's no saving black women. There's a possibility it can happen again, but it'll probably have to happen from within, from black woman correcting black woman. But then, what do we see? Black women are struggling with that as well. We have a couple of black women doing it, but it's not enough. We need the whole entire black community, all of the elders, to do what he was trying to do. It's almost impossible.
When's the last time you had?
Last night.
Was it with a boyfriend or just?
Yeah, it was with a boyfriend.
It was with your boyfriend?
It was with my boyfriend. He's so not my type, I would say.
Your boyfriend's not your type?
He's tall and blonde. We are a great couple, I agree, but he's tall and blonde, and that's not my type.
What do you normally go for?
Like opposite of blonde.
Have you been with a black guy before?
I have.
Rate that experience 1 out of 10.
10.
Smash or pass me?
On you?
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get your number.
Okay. All right.
It's an evil world we live in.
You got it, man. I hope your man sees this. My man is dirty, but she did say my type is opposite of blonde. Like, why do you have a man and you're giving up everything about yourself, everything you're into? You're meant to be tested. You're not meant to have a man. He needs to leave you. I hope he sees this.
Before I got here, I did some research on Arizona Phoenix TikTok. All the black girls were like, oh, black men here don't date black women. It's hard to date as a black woman here. I went to the...
Well, I'm shocked because this happening in Arizona too.
Off of this, dating in general is just hard in Arizona, period. I always like to say and tell girls this: you got to get these guys fresh off the plane, because once they go up into Old Town and once they're out in the streets out here, it's pretty much a done deal. Like, they're just out there. But I will say this, I mean, never lower your standards, but also just keep in mind your expectations here versus what you would find on the East Coast, in Atlanta, in a more diverse place is going to be significantly different. And I think a lot of times people want to compare Phoenix to somewhere historically diverse like NYC or Chicago, because it's just not going to be the same experience based off of the culture.
It's happening in many states, and I think I'm going to report it, the things that are happening. In Arizona, black women are saying the same thing. Black men don't want to be bothered. I wonder why.
I went to the gym today. There were a ton of black men in the gym, and a few gave me the eyes. This black guy, he's not from here, but he rolled up on me while I was doing a set and was like, I work for Sony, because I sing out loud when I'm at the gym. Like, it just helps me breathing. And he was like, I work for Sony. Can I get your number? Da-da-da. I'm like, well, no, I could take your number. He followed me to the treadmills, and I was like, okay. So I went to the front and I was like, hey, do you mind walking me to my car when I leave here? Because, I'm a solo traveler. I'm by myself. And I noticed that when I was having conversation with him, I had to check myself to make sure that I wasn't saying too much, because I told him like where I was from, and I was like my tags. I don't interact outside of work with people that much, so I really need to be more cognizant of like what I say to people, especially men, because they're scary. Me personally, I don't have an issue meeting men, like especially good men, like men with means and resources and that like to share those things with the woman. I don't have any issues meeting a man, and I honestly think it's maybe where they're going, maybe that's what it is, because they were in there. And if I was a shoot my shot type of girl, which I'm not shooting my shot to nobody, okay, to nobody, never doing that. But if I was a shoot my shot type of girl, if you are a black woman in AZ looking to only date black men, maybe try the gym. I don't know. They were there. I'm just saying.
No, for you, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, you said yourself, you're not a shoot my shot type of girl, and that's why men are most likely not approaching. Look what you said. Can you walk me to my car? You didn't give him your number. You took his number. So, are you going to be eager to contact him? Most likely not. You said you're afraid. I'm getting tired of hearing this, but let me get on to the next one.
No, because let's talk about it. And if you talk about my hair, you're anti-black. The benefits about living in Arizona is the cost of living. Well, it was until all you guys kept moving out here. It's beautiful. There's really no natural disasters besides the fact that it can get really hot. And, objectively speaking, it is beautiful in some places. But baby, let's get into it. First things first, if you're not being seen out here. If you're Latino and you're looking too close to a black person, you're not being seen either. For the longest of time, I thought in my head that I was very, very ugly. But that's not true. The truth is in the pudding. I didn't get my first boyfriend until I was 20. I didn't get my first kiss until I was 19. Both were separate boys and both were not from here. Most men that try to talk to me now are either from Chicago, they're from Florida, they're from down south, they're from Atlanta, they're from all of that. But Arizona? No. In middle school, all I heard was that black women were just ugly. We were booty scratchers. Damn! We were all of this stuff. My own brothers would say like, oh, she got to be light skinned for me to. And baby, if you're light skinned with curly hair, let you have colored eyes, baby. You don't even got to be cute. That's the crazy. You don't even got to be cute. If you're light skinned with curly hair, you're a 10. So if you are a black woman or a person of color and you just don't understand why people are not approaching you, why you do all of this stuff and you just are not like seen, more than likely it's your demographics. Cause baby, down south, they love us. East Coast too, baby, because I didn't even get into the New Yorkers or the people from Philly. So, black women, because yes, I'm talking to you, and women of color who are darker and not white passing. If you're moving to Arizona, I hope you have a long distance bae that you can talk to, because the dating pool is damn near non-existing for us out here.
I
don't know if it's Arizona or the black men in Arizona, or maybe it's just the men that I'm attracting. But when I say my dating history out here is, it is, I didn't, I'm gonna start a series about dating in Arizona, and I'm gonna take you guys on my journey, and you're gonna see what it's like dating in Arizona as a black woman. And I promise you, it might be someone.
So she's accepting the bottom of the bottom, but that's what you're subject to. I mean, how were you complaining about the dating in Arizona? And I'm sure if she would have spoke more, you'd have heard some of the problems within what she was saying, right? Now, I don't have time to watch the series. I'm sure it's going to be ratchet things happening, right? Because it's always like that with the community. I don't know her from Adam, but still, could you just imagine? Look at the last lady. Oh, I got men talking to me all the time, but where's your man? If you have men approaching you all the time, this woman makes it seem like she has the pick of the litter. What's the problem? Seems like the desert is dry. And so is dating for you, because you would have somebody. Both of you would have a man. But hearing you talk the way you talk doesn't sound hopeful for you. The desert is dry.
If you are a black woman, for the love of God, please be open-minded.
I'm a black creator that only dates white guys. I've never dated a black guy. My name is Sierra, and I help women embrace self-love to attract true love. I have been saying this with my full chest for a long time. We need to stop this narrative of we need to save black men. We need to preserve black love. No, if you want to date for marriage, you need to date for values. You need to be with a man that is a protector and a provider.
I wonder why they left.
Like, about you can only be with a black man, that was some idea created to keep you down and single. Let me tell you where that mentality will get you. My mom believes in that mentality. It got her in her first failed relationship, me, which she had out of wedlock, and that guy has still not pulled his life together since. Her second relationship, which was an actual marriage, also failed. And, you know, my beautiful siblings came out of that. But that guy still cannot protect and provide for himself or his family. You need to date the man that can actually take care of you, not just, oh, well, he's black. That's so stupid. You need to get past the superficial surface of his skin color. I don't care if he's purple, polka dotted, lime green. He needs to be able to actually provide security, the lifestyle.
So what are you saying? All black men are broke? That's not true. Because actually, y'all accept more from guys that are not black. Like, I'm sure a guy that's not black may not have to be 6 feet, may not have to make 100,000. You know, all of the standards are put on us, but for the others, there's no standards at all. That's why, to my brothers out there, I suggest for guys to look outside. I do. Why? Because the problems are coming mostly from modern women, but mostly from black women. That's the truth.
The lifestyle that you will need, that your children will need. Love is not enough. The color of his skin is not enough. That's not going to pay your bills. So get out of this mindset of, oh, well, we need to preserve black love. No, we need to preserve family units that are actually healthy, where kids are loved, they're safe, they can grow up in healthy home environments, pursue all the dreams and activities that they want because money is not an issue. That's what you should be aspiring to do, okay? As someone that came from a broken home, I don't give a what color my dad is. What would have mattered is if he was actually able to protect and provide and care for the family. That is the role of the masculine.
It seems like you actually resent your dad. Seriously. Because you do know a lot of black men are there for their kids. And for you to say what you said, you're speaking out of pain. I can see it on your face. Effing lime green. Like, what's the cursing for, right? Now, guys take what women like you say with a grain of salt. They're not listening because they know most of you just and don't make any sense. There's no logical thought put into what you're saying, because seriously, you do know there's a such thing as percentages, right? And when you check the percentages, you're so wrong. You're dead wrong. Look up numbers before you talk about black men.
Our next contestant is Warren. Okay, so there's no more balloons, so go ahead and go.
Hey everyone, I'm just sitting here at my desk and I had an interview come live today with KatieCouric.com. It's about older women and younger men. And why are older women who date younger men still being judged so harshly? And in the body of the interview, there is commentary by a lady named Volatile Mermaid on Twitter. And she has a cute little line. She writes, "Why are women who date younger men called things like cougars, but men who date younger women are called things like Leonardo DiCaprio?" Yeah, we still have a double standard, but evolution of the individual is much quicker than evolution of the society. So let's just stand back before we judge somebody and their romantic choice.
She tried to flip it. Actually, older men are mostly called pervs. Even Leonardo DiCaprio, he's seen as a predator, and women are called cougars. Get it right. This lady she's really old. She's off. Like, it's the other way around. Because I talked about it in one of my last videos. Like, the women that are, it's a lot more preying on younger men than it is men preying on women. It's true. You see it all over the place. All the teachers getting in trouble. It's mostly women doing this. You do know this, right? Let me let you finish.
Understanding that love can come in an unexpected package, and just because it looks different to you doesn't mean it's not valid and real for the couple that are involved in that relationship. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happens, all right? You hit a certain age, and the older guys, they're not going to check for you anymore. That runs dry. So what doesn't run dry? The younger guys. They want to get with your older woman, especially you, and they want to cream pie. Seriously. They know they can cream pie her without no hesitation, because you get with a younger woman, she's getting pregnant. So especially her age, that ripe age, just hit menopause, cream pie city. It's not all, of course they fall in love, but you guys know what I mean. And they love it too. You cream pie girl. Oh, let me stop.
To the credit of a lot of these older women who are dating these younger boys, they look really the heck good. Okay, like real talk. These women are giving 25. Like 30 isn't 30ing like it used to 30. 40 is 40ing like 25. Okay, like call it modern medicine, call it juicing, better sleep, self-care, soft life, whatever it is. These women are giving young, and I can understand why these boys intellectually can't separate the fact that what they're seeing physically in front of them is not matching up with what we know to be the case as a 40-year-old woman. But again, the responsibility lies with us. Even if that person doesn't have the intent to be manipulative, it doesn't change the fact that they have the power dynamic where in any case, financially, in an argument, in making decisions, they are able to have the upper hand because their brain can do things that the younger one cannot. And that is why it's a problem.
Yeah. The way things are with the generations past, I even look at myself. I look rather young for a person that's 43, right? And if you take care of yourself, that happens, as she said, juicing. And this is all about a person taking care of themselves. But still, the ladies that are doing this, it's because they have no options. Because these guys can't meet the 100,000 requirement. Sometimes they don't care if they're 6 feet. They're just getting in, getting out, and they love it. These women love it. To feel they're desired again, it's the best feeling in the world. When somebody tells you they want you, I'm sure a lot of these young guys are probably telling them they love them. How does that feel for a woman older? Like $1 million, like she hit the lotto.
Genuinely asking for advice. Where do I go to find a man? I've tried the golf course, the gym, the coffee shop, the grocery store. I mean, I don't know what to do anymore. To be fair, I live in a city where there's not really many men. It's really hard to date where I'm at. The apps don't work. I have actually been leaving my house. I don't know what to do. I am open to any advice.
You gave yourself the answer. Like, why did you make that video? Go to a major city. You're gonna find more men, especially on dating apps, right? You're gonna on a dating app. Say, for instance, I don't know where you live. You didn't state it, and I didn't research your account. But if you say if you're close to even North Carolina or something like that, right? You can find more people maybe in that area, or if you're close to New York, even better. If you're close to maybe Texas, good as well. Close to Chicago, close to LA. Look at the major city in your area. You'll find somebody. There's more than enough. But understand one thing. Guys are not tolerating nonsense. Guys are using these different apps or different things that are available to them to their advantage. Do with that as you will, but men are not playing things in ladies' favors anymore. They're not giving what they're not getting back.
8,000. I was sitting in my Dodge Ram 1500, sitting there, and I saw it, and I smiled, and I cried, and I smiled, and I texted my mama, then I texted my sister. Bro, I cried. Nobody in my family's ever made this much money in their life, and it was what was Wells Fargo before Wachovia? And it was a bad red little teller. And I was going to it with the little dolphin check. I thought the dolphin check would work.
You're trying to be fancy.
But it was those summer checks, those little $1,500, $1,800 checks.
Yeah.
Give me a little check, and I'd be smiling. She wouldn't even look up. She was looking down, and she put my money in the envelope. She didn't even look me in the eyes. When I got that 588, I went inside. I had to talk. I had to be this close to her. Even at that thick ass glass, I had to be right here with her. And she never looked up. In about 3 months, she never looked up. I slid that $588,000 under that window. I said, I like to deposit this, ma'am. She still didn't look up. She looked at that. Put it in this account or this account. I said, well, we can put a little in your account, but I had to work there because I saw. And I saw how fake she was. We dated for about 3 months. She was bad.
This before you was married, right?
Yeah, way before I was married. I got married. Yeah, that was my rookie year.
Where was she at now?
So I don't know. I hope she's failing.
Why it didn't work out?
I knew what she was about. When I say date, I mean call it once a week and see what's going on that night.
He handled it well. He used it for what it was, right? He didn't get taken advantage of. He knew she was about the money. As he explained, he saw her you gave a $1,500 check because that's nothing. That's a regular guy, regular Joe Schmo on the street corner. He handed in that 588 milk. When I say milk, I mean if she had a baby, she started lactating. Seriously, everything got wet when she seen that money. Oh, and he knew it. He played it how he's supposed to play it. Good job. Learn something from that. Learn something.
Every girl is a bird. Like, every single girl is a bird. It's just on how much you conceal it. And don't get me wrong, if you don't want to conceal it, that's fine. Do you. But if you don't want to get caught a bird by your man, matter of fact, I think they're going to see this. Anyways.
All right, she not capping. I'm not going to get on here and say every woman is a bird, but a lot of them are. But a lot of you guys are birds too because y'all don't catch on to see that she's a bird. You know what I mean? So I'm going to explain. All right, so right now it's 2023. We live in the ostrich era. The biggest birds. We're living amongst the biggest birds there's ever been. Whether they doing OnlyFans, I mean, they using guys for money. They got celeb crushes and just tendencies that the biggest birds have. You know what I mean? So we know what's up. And right now it's very obvious. And if you can't pinpoint who a bird is, then it's on you, bro. You know what I mean? Like they literally have their links in their bios in 2023. Displaying to you and telling you who they are. And the thing is, bro, y'all be knowing that they're birds, but y'all ignore it because they bad, they got a pretty face, nice body, and y'all just don't care. Like, it's all in the conversation, bro. I know when I conversate with a woman, I know if she's a bird or not. It's very obvious. It's just about what they're talking about. But y'all ignore the conversation for a pretty face, and that's the problem. Like, bro, it's like going car shopping, bro. It's like you looking for the car, oh, the car look good. But how many miles this car got? You know what I mean? Damn, how long did this car last? I mean, it's just, you gotta treat it very serious is what I'm saying, bro. You have to be able to pinpoint a bird just off conversation. Don't just fall for the face, bro. Pay attention.
Yeah, it's rough. I got caught up with a couple in my lifetime. I'll be honest, because you fall for the face, and you can hear it in the way they talking. If she's a little bit ditzy too, that's a red flag, right? If she shows telltale signs, like she's all googly eyed with everybody, yeah, that's a red flag. You got to be careful, because she may not just be a bird for money. She'd be a bird for wanting to feel good. You know how many women want to get trains ran on them? It's hard to detect. You'll be out here thinking the girl is goody two shoes, and she'll lick your shoes. Seriously, that's how much she gets down. She get down so low, she'll lick your shoes. But yeah, guys, you got to be careful. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. See you next video. Coming.